You don't have to fight so hard to prove anything to anyone. What you are, who you are, how you are, all of these things are beautifully crafted and they are in the process of continuously becoming. So, why is it that we try so hard to get people to understand and to fully digest the being that we are? Like, why do we do this so much? It's because we don't know how to be alone within the company of our own being. We're afraid to exist in our own authenticity because in us being authentic, there's a possibility that all the things in which we've had in place in our lives, they may not remain once the truth in what we are, who we are, and how we are comes to surface. So rather than us living life within our high vibrational resonance, we'll much rather dwindle ourselves down and reduce ourselves to what others want us to be rather than living in our own authenticity. And we do so much just to keep people around in our lives, man. Like, we really allow ourselves to be stressed out, to be saddened and depressed and angry. We take on all this stuff just for the sake of keeping people and things in our lives the way they've always been. And it doesn't benefit us. Like, it can benefit us if we are reflecting, if we're reflecting on a time where we've once done such a thing, but it was through that it was through going through that experience that we learned just how valuable our peace and our inner sanctum was, and that we transcended that state of being. So the hardships that we're experiencing now, they can serve us, but in terms of us existing in life within our fullest expression, we're crippling ourselves. We're keeping ourselves from being this beautiful thing in which we've envisioned ourselves to be. And I've realized just how much I've done that, how much I try to make myself be understood and digestible to any and all people. And it was just when people weren't responding to me the way I envisioned them responding to me, or them accepting me, or them understanding me from my point of view, that I experienced my deepest stresses and my deepest sadness and just bits of feeling lonely. But I found that I often felt those things because I was trying to get people to see me the way I wanted to see myself. And in me trying to get others to see me, I lost sight of me. I lost sight of who I am, and I lost sight of what I was, and I lost sight of how it was that I wanted to show up within my world. So in me trying to get others to find me, I've really lost myself. And it's with these recent experiences that I'm going through within my personal life, as well as things in which I'm coming across within the life of my peers and my family members, that I'm just understanding that my peace is a priority. It's a priority. And I didn't prioritize my peace enough. I didn't set boundaries within my being. I didn't set boundaries within my relationships. And I'm just really coming to understand how valuable and important my being is. So just allow yourself to be. Allow yourself to be as you are. Allow yourself to be as you desire to be. And I want to say it doesn't really matter what anyone thinks of you. Just, move on without them. But that's not necessarily a easy thing to do. Um, it's simple. It's simple in nature because all you have to do is just let go. But letting go is one of the most challenging things to do, because the things that brought us comfort and security and made us feel loved and desirable and valuable, if we let those things go because things aren't aligning with our vision, then who are we without those things? We will allow ourselves to become attached to people and things and situations. And when we come to a crossroads with those things, it's kind of like our identity is in question. So without these things, who are we? What are we without these things? Like, who am I without this person that I've been in a relationship with for 10 to 15 years? Who am I without? Who am I without my best friends ever since grade school? Um, but just within my own experience, I can honestly say that it's just it's something that we have to start prioritizing. We have to start prioritizing our peace, because if all things cease to be, there will still be a me. And as long as I'm at odds with myself, as long as I make an enemy of myself, then I'm always going to feel as if I'm experiencing a battle. And I don't want my life to feel like a battlefield or a war zone. So I just want to feel free. I want to feel great about the life that I'm living. And sometimes we happen to be around people that make us feel a certain way about the way we're choosing to exist within this world, within this life that we've crafted for ourselves. And I know for me, that's like a real that's something that really gets to me. For me to be going through the motions and the notions of just showing up as me, showing up in my light and my love and my truth, and to have someone close to me um, bring about ideas that make me question what I'm doing, make me question whether or not I'm doing the right or the wrong thing. That it really gets to me. But now, for me, it's not really necessarily about a matter of right or wrong. It's just a matter of me being in general, me having the experience the way I want to have the experience, regardless of the criticism or the reaction I may get from the people that's close to me. I just want to experience and be. So I want to allow myself to do that. I'm going to work. I'm going to practice being authentic with myself once again. It's something that I've always been preaching to other people, but I just need to take the advice that I've been giving to others for real, because it's just, man, like if I took the advice that I gave you guys, man, I'd be living the dream. I'd be living the dream that I had. I'd be living according to my vision. But I find myself just getting lost within people and just lost in ideas and thoughts, really, of what if I do this thing and it's not received the way I want it to be received, or what if I go about following my dream and actually investing in what I visualize. Like, will the people that started with me still be here? And it's definitely a scary thought to have, because nothing's certain. There's no certainty in it. But the only thing that's certain is that you had the vision, you know how it made you feel, and you have the ability to go after it. You have the ability to align with that energy. I mean, you have the ability to align with the energy of that vision that you had. So I want to do that. I have certain things in which I envision for myself, and rather than me just feeling that sense of regret within my being from not doing it due to possibly being misunderstood, I just want to do it. And that's another thing that kept me from doing things too. I kept myself from doing certain things based on the idea of what someone could potentially feel towards the thing that I was doing. So I pretty much allowed my own thoughts to keep me from the thing that I desired the most. And I've definitely experienced a lot of displeasurable moments because of that. Just investing more in the possibility of what could be rather than what actually is. No one told me that what I was doing was right or wrong. No one told me that they wouldn't understand or try to understand. I just assumed, because what I want to bring to the table is something that hasn't been brought about by any of my peers or anyone in my family, for that matter. So I will pretty much be the first to step into this thing that I want to step into. And it's because I will be the first that I feel that no one will understand me. No one will even take the time to try to understand me. So I've just been investing in the idea of being understood and digestible by the people around me. And it's not my responsibility whether people understand me or not. What I am responsible for is how I act and react within all the situations and circumstances that I come about within my life. I'm responsible for the thoughts in which I have. I'm responsible for the actions in which I take. I'm responsible for showing up in my most fullest, beautifulest expression. Um, I deserve that. I deserve that. That is my birthright. And in addition to that, it's my responsibility to the collective to be me fully. Um, so yeah, I want to be full of myself. I want to be full. So I'm gonna aim to that. I'm gonna aim for that, for real. So I'm just gonna let go of the idea of being digestible and understood and accepted. Because and me attempting to have all those things in place, I've really drained my energy. I drained so much of my energy and depleted myself trying to get people to understand me. I depleted myself in trying to get people to accept me. I depleted myself in trying to get people to digest me the way I feel I should be digested. And it's not my job to do any of that. It's just my job. I'm responsible for just showing up and showing out as who and what and how I am. And I want you guys to do the same thing as well, man. You know, like I said in a previous video, for those who feel as if their voice isn't loud enough, just follow me. Follow me. Don't be a follower, but just follow me. I'm gonna, pave the way for those who feel as if their voice doesn't matter, feel their voice is too small, who feel as if that them being authentic within their being isn't going to serve them. I'm going to be your beacon. So I'm going to act as your beacon. I'm going to be that light. I'm going to be the one that's radiating that truth, showing you guys that it's okay to show up as you. I'm going to do that. That's my responsibility for the collective and humanity, showing up and showing out. So this is my first video. This is my first video since like 3 weeks. I was on a cruise and I'm just trying to get back in the groove and the rhythm after having such an amazing time. So, yeah, I mean, first video back. I'm glad to be back, glad to be talking to you guys, and I'm gonna get back to it, man. I'm gonna find my tempo and put more content out there. I'm gonna grow, and I look forward to you guys coming along on this journey with me. But other than that, till then, peace.